Welcome back, Action Packed football fans. It's 1994. Action Packed football. I got 45 packs of this kind, and I have a full box of retail sitting back here. So I'm going to do all this in one video because I think it'd be more fun that way and better chance to open up a gold card. So technically I have almost 3 full boxes here, technically. One for sure, and the other ones are all packs. These are the retail packs with foot action in them. They are 24 karat gold, 1 in 96 packs. Of course, the quarterback challenge, the running backs, the receivers, and the fantasy forecast inserts. So these are the retail packs. You can tell they have a little dingy thing right here. So anyway, I bought a bunch of these packs from the same guy. And I said, finally to him, I'm like, dude, how many packs do you have left? So I can just buy them all from you and call it a day, right? All right, so anyway, we're going to get started here and get a couple things set up here. All right, here we go. So typically I hate these packs. They're horrible, just the way they're made. Yeah. So O'Neal. So this is, okay, 45 packs, almost 2 boxes, then I have a full box. So this is 22 Emmett Zone 22. Please like and subscribe. All right, got O'Neal, Warren, Green, Moore. Sometimes there are Braille cards in this stuff. Drew Bledsoe, and this is the foot action, and you have a fantasy forecast like that. So, and any stars I'm gonna put up here. See what cool cards we pull. All right. And the plastic feels like it's brand new. Okay. All right, we got Miller, Gilbert, O'Donnell, Kennedy. Is that a Braille? Nope, it's not. And Cunningham, foot action. And these are the card. There's a silver version of it. There's a gold version of it, and then there's this version for the retail. So from this same seller, and not counting the box, but just the packs. One of the 14 pack orders I did from him, I pulled an Emmitt Smith gold card, Warp Speed. So, chances to probably pull another gold card, who knows. So Harmon, back to back, Mr. Aikman. There we go. Green, Swelling. Is that a Braille? Nope. Another Cunningham. Wow. And fancy forecast. I believe that's Marcus Allen. I see a Warp Speed at the bottom. All right, Joe Montana. There's a little something there on it. Joe Montana. Deion Sanders. Randall. Brisby. Reggie Brooks, Warp Speed, and foot action, Drew Bledsoe. Love the Warp Speeds. One of my favorite inserts of this stuff. I would say the second one is the longest yard in 96. Those are really cool, just beautiful cards. We got a Bernie Kosar on top with the quarterback club. My opinion of retail is that they did not pass the muster for hobby. More and Dan Marino foot action. Okay. I think the reason why I like this stuff so much too, it has a lot of different inserts in it. So, it isn't just like base cards all the time. Like 91, I just opened up tonight. Butler, Cobb, Green, Mr. Bettis. Good looking picture of him. All right, fantasy forecast, Drew Bledsoe. Foot action, and fantasy forecast, Michael Haynes. I saw a catching fire on top. Who'd we get? Tim Brown. Catching Fire. Coriette. Reggie White. Is that a Braille? Nope. Moore. Green. John Elway. Foot action. Okay. Ronald Cunningham, Quarterback Club, silver. Davis, Spielman, his card's backwards. Boomer Esiason, they do make a Braille version of that. Another back-to-back, Aikman, and Boomer foot action. Joe Montana on top again. That's a better looking card. Risen, Cunningham, Brown, Chris Everett, John Elway. Brett Favre on top. Brett Favre, there we go. Why, heck. I'm having a hell of a time here. Okay. Back on track. Turnbull. Green. Woodson. We got a warp speed in the background here, and it's Jerome Bettis. Jerome Bettis. God, I love those cards. And Drew Bledsoe, foot action. This is a 12-card set, by the way. Okay, Metcalf. Charles Haley. Great looking card. Cunningham. Waters. And we got a Irving Fryer Catching Fire. Beautiful card. And foot action. Boomer Esiason. So you're supposed to get one of those foot actions in every pack. That's how these work. Reggie Brooks. Warp Speed. I already pulled one of those. Fryer. Wolford. Dumas. Rick Meyer. That is not a Braille. And Mr. Marino. I had this gold card coming in the mail. Finally. Okay, this one's turned around. Potts, Jones, Dent, Shannon Sharp, Warren Moon, foot action, and looks like Sterling Sharp, fantasy forecast. Okay, Miller, Swelling, Hamilton, Brooks, bit of Braille, nope. John Elway, foot action. Okay. All right. I'll scooch this stack over here. Keep going. Let me get rid of the stack real quick. All right. Thomas. God, love that card. Hampton. Dolman. Sharp. Steve Young, quarterback club, and Jim Kelly, foot action. $2.99 back in the day for retail. There's no checklist in this one. Allen, Fletcher, Chris Carter, fantasy forecast. This is out of order for some reason. Hamilton, Nickerson, and Dan Marino foot action. All right, Davis, Childress, Jim Kelly fantasy forecast, O'Donnell, Warren, Jim Kelly foot action. This is the first year, or no, actually 93 was. 93 had a small set too. It was the first year, yeah, 93 was the first year they started doing smaller sets. Because it wasn't cost productive to do at this level of quality of cards to do big giant sets unless it was like junk wax stuff. Oh. Wow, another Randall Cunningham. Quarterback club. Butler. Hostetler. Hamilton. Nickerson. And Jim Kelly. Foot action. Okay, Davis. Spillman. Gary White. Oh, Gary Brown. I'm sorry, Gary Brown. Fantasy forecast. Baxter. Simmons. And wow, another one of those. Jeez. 3 in a row. See what a pain in the ass 94 packs are. All right. Chris Everett, quarterback club. Poirier, Childress, Dent, Cobb, and Steve Young, foot action. Jeez, come on. Brett Favre on top. Haynes, Sayal, Waters, Michael Irvin, QB club, and Brett Favre foot action. Shannon Sharp. Look at that. That is a sharp looking card. Warren Moon. Brown. Smith. Green. And Mr. Troy Aikman making an appearance. There we go. QB club. Or foot action. Okay. Let's grab from here this side this time. Here we go. Card upside down here, kind of weird. Marcus Allen, back-to-back Aikman, Green, Hostetler, another Troy Aikman, wow. And Sterling Sharp, fantasy forecast. Jerome Bettis on top. No checklist either. Yeah, there's a checklist. It was stuck to the bottom of the cover of the pack. Jerome Bettis. Nice. Miller, Gilbert, Phil Simms, Moore, Marino, foot action. There's a lot of checklists in that one. Potts, Robinson, Baxter, Spielman, and Cunningham, and a Jerome Bettis fantasy forecast. All right, I'm gonna get the stack out of here. It's gonna be kind of a long video for 3 boxes, but it's 94, and I like opening this stuff up. So I got all this together. Let's have some fun, huh? Sharp. Oh, another one of those. Jeez, all those fancy forecasts I can get. Green. Cobb, Cunningham, and Butler. Out of order. Weird. We got a Ricky Waters, warp speed on top. Beautiful. Just love those cards. All right, Marcus Allen, Wolford, Moore, Meyer, and Boomer Esiason, foot action. Okay, we got a Steve Young on top with a quarterback glove. Okay, Allen, Moore, Kirby, Green, Marino, foot action. All right. I got this stack and that one over there, and that's for all the retail stuff. Okay. Fryer, Gilbert, Terry Kirby, fantasy forecast, Baxter, Rick Meyer, Cox, John Elway. That's a good card. Fancy forecast, Hampton. Yeah, Rodney Hampton. Baxter, Brooks, and another one was Cunningham. Foot actions. Tim Brown, catching fire. Beautiful. We got Jerry Rice right behind it. Beautiful card of Jerry Rice. Spillman, green, Blades, and John Elway, foot action. See a Warren Moon on top. Warren Moon. Hostetler. Fancy forecast. Mike Pritchett. No, Michael Haynes. Okay. Green. Robinson. And Drew Bledsoe. Foot action. Okay, we got Reed, Andre Reed, Charles Haley, Carter, Coates, Boomer, that's right, and John Elway. Okay. Herman Moore, Catching Fire. Beautiful. Cox, Wolford, Smith, Chris Warren, and Troy Aikman. Foot action. I see a Mr. Rice on top. Nice. Bernstein. Eric Green. Fantasy Forecast. Phil Simms. Robinson. And Warren Moon. Foot action. Pulling a lot of Warren Moons. There you go, Warren Moon, Fletcher, Chris Warren, Fantasy Forecast, Green, Foster, and Drew Bledsoe, foot action. All right, Fryer, Wolford, Eric Green again with the Fantasy Forecast, Smith, Robinson, and Warren Moon, foot action. Okay, well, last stack of retail foot action. So we can pull a gold card out of here before we hit the box. Ooh. That was split. Interesting. There's 5 cards in this pack. Cox, Elway, Baxter, Brooks, and Hostetler. That's weird. 5 cards in that pack. Okay. We got a Jerry Rice quarterback club. Beautiful. Potts, Wolford, Green, another Green, Dan Marino, foot action. Almost said QB club. Okay. There's 5 cards in this pack too. Man, retail sucks. Allen, Fletcher, Green, Warren, and Hostetler again. The last pack that had Hostetler in it had 5 cards as well. Damn it, action packed. All right, Steve Young on top. QB club. Harmon, Fletcher, Green, Foster, and John Elway, foot action. Oh, my arms are getting tired. Maybe I should do 2 different videos here. Fryer, Hostetler. Fantasy Forecast. Dumas. Moore. Drew Bledsoe. Well, we didn't get a whole lot of inserts when it comes to warp speeds and catching fires. Hostetler, QB Club. Woo! Oh, that's silver. Hostetler again. Smith. Meyer. Dan Marino, foot action. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call this video after this next pack. Not this one, but the next one. My arms are fried. I've got a catching fire on top. For the gold, no, it is not. Oop, wrong stack. There we go. Allen, Fletcher, oop, Kirby, Townsend, and another John Elway foot action. All right, last pack of the retail packs, foot action retail packs. What we have here? What's this? Oh, not a gold. Damn it. Chris Warren. Warp Speed. Miller. Gilbert. O'Donnell. Kennedy. And Rick Meyer for the foot action. Yeah, I think I'll call it there, and then I'm going to open up the other box on another video. Give my arms some rest here. All right, guys, this is 22 Emmett Zone 22. Please like and subscribe, and check out my next video. It's going to be up here in about half an hour. Peace out.